Today we're taking a first look at some new single-stage goodness from Geissele. Hey guys, my name is Dave Tim. Thank you very much for checking out this video. Before we take our first look at the single-stage precision trigger from Geissele that was just released just a couple of weeks ago, gotta give a shout out to TriggerCon 2018, which is in July of 2018 in Bellevue, Washington. July 26th through the 29th in Bellevue, Washington. This show is open to the public and it is gonna have all sorts of awesome companies that are showing their latest and greatest new gear plus innovative new stuff. That's kind of the theme of the show. You can find out more information on their webpage. Unfortunately, due to YouTube's policies, we cannot post a link, but if you Google TriggerCon, you will very easily find it. And again, July 26th through the 29th in Bellevue, Washington. So now let's get to it. This trigger here is the single stage precision from Geissele Automatics. Now, those of you guys that know me know that I am a fan of quality triggers, and this trigger I actually first got some, to check it out, some trigger time, not actually shooting it, but at the booth was at SHOT Show 2017 when they were teasing a single stage trigger. Now, Geissele is traditionally known for two-stage triggers, and I'm a big fan of their SSA, their SSAE, even their G2S trigger, which is kind of more of a cost-friendly quality two-stage trigger. I'm a big fan of their two-stage triggers, and it took me a while to kind of come around to two-stage triggers. I've always kind of been a single-stage trigger guy until the Geissele came along, because my first experience way back when with two-stage triggers was not good. They broke, they just weren't reliable. So I just always stuck with a quality single-stage trigger. And for a lot of applications, I do prefer a two-stage trigger. However, for other applications, I still prefer a quality single-stage trigger. Mainly like an SBR, a patrol rifle, whatever, where I'm not necessarily concerned about stacking the first stage of the trigger and prepping the trigger. I still do like a good quality single-stage trigger. And when Geissele announced that they were coming out with this guy right here, I was very impressed. So I just got this in the mail this week, and I wanted to give you guys a first look and show you guys what comes in the package. So first thing first, we do have the trigger and disconnector, and it's all kind of prepped here with this slave pin. And one of the things that I really like about Geissele and their quality control is, as you can see here, it does have a lot number right there. It's kind of tough to see under the spring, but you can see that it does have a lot number for quality control. Everything is nice and laser engraved. It's the disconnector is even marked SSP, so it goes with this single stage unit here. So just typical Geissele quality here. Now, it's not a traditional mil-spec type trigger, so if we compare it to a mil-spec type trigger, which is this guy here, you can see on a mil-spec trigger that sear surface is right here. If we look at the mil-spec trigger here that we're all used to, we have these sear surfaces. The Geissele, it almost kind of looks like a two-stage trigger in a way, in that it has our sear surfaces there. So I'm interested to kind of check out how this feels and how it works, but it looks like a quality unit. So giving you guys kind of a first look at the actual trigger itself, the mechanisms involved, the disconnectors, the springs, everything looks good. This is the hammer. And again, with the hammer, we have that lot number. So enough, going over this. And also, of course, what's included is some Go Juice for lubrication and the instructions. The instructions do go over the lubrication points, which it's important to note where to lubricate on there and then how to install it. So let's get this installed in a lower and see how it feels. All right, we have this back all assembled, and just for those of you guys that are wondering, I did reinstall my Battle Arms Development Ambi selector, and this is just my go-to SBR. I'm currently evaluating the carrier and upper from Bootleg, which so far I really do like. Now, function check, everything function checked just fine. Safety on, hammer does not fall. Safety in the fire position, hammer falls. reset. Nice. So what do I think of this trigger? Just first few dry fires. Wow, that is a really, really nice trigger. And wow, there's no creep. The trigger travel is pretty nice. I'll get a close-up if you guys can check this out. But I am pretty impressed. So there's no creep. We just start to move the trigger. Break. Reset. Break. Reset. Break. Reset. So I'm digging it. That's a really nice trigger. Now let's see what the weight is for an average of pretty much right on 3 pounds. The Geissele SSP is available in a curved bow as shown here, which is the sample I received, and it's a very comfortable curved bow. There's no sharp edges. Some of the curved bows on the market from other companies, they're basically machined, with hard 90-degree angles, and they're not quite as comfortable. But this has a nice, chamfer to it, a nice curve all around, and a nice radius. So it's a very comfortable curved bow trigger. I don't feel any edges. However, if you do prefer a straight bow, Geissele is offering the SSP in a straight bow as well. Both of them retail for $240. Street price may be a little bit less, or if you can find some sales, but $240 is their MSRP, and it's living up to the Geissele name so far. And I know it's not a cheap trigger, it's not the cheapest trigger, but it does feel really good. Now they list the weight as approximately 3.5 pounds. Obviously, as shown, I'm getting a little bit lighter weight than that. I'm closer to that 3 pound or just under 3 pound. So again, keep that in mind, that if you have a policy or something like that. But I gotta say, out of the box, I'm impressed. I look forward to running a lot of rounds through this. This is not my full review. My full review is going to be at least 2,000 to 3,000 rounds, maybe a few classes with this trigger, because I really want to use it in different conditions. And thankfully in Minnesota, we still have some cold weather right now, even though it is late spring. So one of the first things I'm going to do is freeze the gun. Then I'm going to take it out and do some winter shooting with it, make sure it runs fine in that regard, and then run it through the spring and summer and report back with a full review. So I hope you guys found this helpful. For more information, you can check out Geissele's webpage, or you can just Google Geissele SSP for more information and different purchasing options. We can't put direct links to where to purchase it due to YouTube's restrictions. However, if you Google search that, you can certainly find that information. Make sure you're following us online, gunsandtactics.com, and on all of our social media outlets. We are on Facebook, YouTube, Pinterest. We are going to be publishing to Full 30 as well, considering what's going on with some of the video stuff out there. But we definitely want to make sure you stay in touch. So please like, share, and subscribe. It helps us grow. Follow us so you can get all the latest updates. Thank you guys very much for watching, and have a great day.